So today we're gonna go on with lesson 13, and it's gonna be one before the last lesson for the semester. So we're gonna conclude semester with 14. So 13. This is a prediction. I'm gonna skip it. You guys need to do a prediction. I'm gonna give you a point for that. Please do a prediction. I can suggest you move on with the tasks, and when you reach the end, you most likely will be able to figure out what's the predict. Okay, but now it's hard to predict. So just skip it for now. Move on to the next one. And let me see. It is prediction, right? Yeah, it is prediction. So, sprite movement. Now, this level follows a video that you may have watched. Let's watch that all together. Let me pause the recording. So, task 2. Read the code that makes jet go up the screen. Find a counter pattern with the jet's Y property in the draw loop. Okay, so let's find it. This is the one, right? Add code that makes the plane move to the right. So here, look at the jet. Jet is going up. I need to make my plane go right. So what do you think I do here? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add the same pattern. You see it says add code that makes plane move. So I'm gonna go to variables, take this out. So you see the structure, the box, it's like something equals something, something equals something. Then you're gonna go to, you see it color coded. So I'm gonna go to the red color, which is sprites. Jet is red color. I'm gonna take this out here because I want to make my plane go along x-axis, right? What's the name of the sprite here? Plane. I want to make sure the name is plane. And then I need to add this orange color, which is probably on the orange. So it is something minus something. You see circle minus circle. You just drag this out here. And then you do this, put the same plane dot x here and then minus. Let's start with 1. So we drag it here and name it plane. Now, plane x equals plane x minus 1. It's going to make it go a certain speed. Look. Oh, opposite way. Oh, it is minus. How can I make it go to the right? Guys, it's going left. I want to make it move right. We replace this with plus, right? But right now, it's going to take me too long to go move the block and put a plus and replace those things. So what I can suggest, you're going to go to text, show text, and just change it to plus. That's the easiest way. Here. Okay. Now, let's make it go. So you see, plane is kind of slow. How we make it faster? Yadira. How do we make it faster? Plane is slow. 2 or 3, right? A bigger number. Let's put 3. Let's see. There we go. So if you want to make them crash, maybe you want to go with 4. There we go. They can crash at 4 or 5 will be much better. Okay. 5. Let's see. There we go. I wonder what's going to happen if we put like 20. Or maybe 100. Yeah, pretty fast, huh? What if it's 1,000? We don't even see it. Look, it's gone already. Right? With 1,000. Okay. So task 3, moving to the left. So now use a counter pattern to make the sprite move to the left. Right now it's not moving. So we have to add, you see this gray comment, use the counter pattern to make the sprite move to the left. So what was the counter pattern again? We were using this block, which is x equals 0. Then we were using sprite. Since it's going to move along x-axis, we're going to use the x one, but we could have used y to make it go up and down, but we're making it go left, so I'm going to stick to this. But before that, we want to add this one, right? So on the sprites, we get sprite x -1 for starters, and then we need to also put this here as well. So sprite x equals sprite x -1. All right, what's the name of the sprite? Fly. So we name it fly equals fly -1. Fly.xx equals fly.x -1. Okay? Run it, and your fly is going way too slow. Let's make it -4 and speed it up. There, much faster. Okay, questions? So task 4. Skill building. Let me see. Practice. I think we're gonna stop at practice. So build skill building. Number 4. So watchers. All right. Diagonal movement. So guys, so far we did only either horizontal movement or vertical movement, right? What if I want to do a diagonal movement? Yeah. So we have both, right? X and Y, right? That's what I was. So we use counter pattern for both X and Y. And it's going to make it go diagonal. Now, you see my mouse is going down, but I need to go it diagonally. So what we're going to do is we add one more line of code to make the mouse move diagonally. So, you know what we can do? Instead of, guys, look, I'm going to teach you the easiest way. Instead of dealing with blocks, just go on, show text. So you see this whole thing, just copy this. Okay. Paste it here, and then just change Y to X. This Y to X as well. And that's it. You see, you have it. Because with blocks, you have to pull out the block. I'll show you one more time. This is a challenge. So look, my mouse is not pointing in the direction it's supposed to, right? It's like moving sideways. So I want to make it pointing in a diagonal direction. How are we going to do that? We just need to rotate it. So rotate, we don't put it in here, guys. If you put, guys, question. What if I put my rotate in the function, draw function? What's going to happen? There's something will happen. Yeah. But what? It's going to spin, exactly. All right. So you see, I'm going to get rotation. Okay. And then name of the is a mouse. And then I rotated, let's say 20 degrees every time. So look what happens. It is in the draw function. Mouse. All right. Is it too small? So mouse rotation. Oh, I think, okay. Actually, you know what? We have to use counter pattern. That's fine. No, let's not use it. It's fine. Okay. Now, mouse rotation. So, how much I should rotate it? Let's see. All right. So I need to rotate it counterclockwise, right? For counterclockwise, I need to make it maybe, so guys, what would be the best rotation? Look, it's looking down. It should be looking diagonally. How many degrees rotation we're talking about? So how many degrees? So, okay, how many degrees between south and south? No, hold, yeah. How many degrees between east and south? 90. What would be the half of the 90? 45. So minus 45 should do it, right? Minus 45. So we're putting minus 45 here. And now let's see the direction. Yeah, you see, it's pointing in a diagonal direction. With rotation, minus 45. So that was task 4. Now I'm proceeding to task 5. I think I'm going to conclude it. Actually, we can do one task of 6 and then we can conclude it. So here, 5 is actually prediction. So I'm going to skip it. It's your job to predict. Okay. Let's complete this too. I like this gear one. There should be a game called Fantastic Contraptions. You guys ever played it? I'll show you later. So let's, guys, we're gonna do all of them, by the way. You have to complete all of them. Okay, now I'm gonna start with the gear. So we need to add, okay, guys, now we talked about counter pattern, right, Catherine? Jacqueline? Counter pattern? What is counter pattern? Counter pattern. What is it? This is counter pattern, guys. Look. The sprite x equals sprite x plus 1. That's counter pattern. So to make this gears rotate, what kind of counter pattern do we use here for rotating it? Because x counter pattern makes it move along x-axis. Y counter pattern makes it move along up and down. What about rotation? Do you think we can use counter pattern for rotation as well? Right? So let's do that. Let's get a variable again, same way we did earlier. Then we're gonna go and get a math. And then we're gonna get sprite. Which one do we use, guys, here to make it spin? The rotation one, right? So rotation equals rotation plus 1. So what's the name of the sprite? Blue gear. Let's make blue gear turn. Blue gear. Blue gear. Let's do plus 5. Action. Nope. Did I misspell it? Blue. Oh, G was capital. You see, names are case sensitive. G and G is with capital. There, you see, my gear is rotating, the blue one. So in animation, if you guys look, gears, like 2 gears rotating same direction, but Y is opposite direction, right? The blue is opposite direction, but the red and green are the same direction, right? Now we're gonna do the same pattern. So to save time, Jacqueline and Emmeline, to save time, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to copy line 13 where we made the line, the counter pattern. We're gonna copy this and then paste it 2 times. 1, 2. So we're gonna change the names. This is red gear. This is red gear as well. And then we do this opposite direction. So that's why we have to make it a -5. This one is green gear. And this one is also a green gear. And it also does the opposite direction. So, okay, so this is what we have. So, red one has rotates in a the red one is in the opposite direction, green is in the opposite direction, and then blue is opposite those two. Okay, run it, and then you'll see that it's going to be perfectly animated. So we just added, and these 3 lines, guys. These 3 lines were added on line 13, 14, and 15. You see, sometimes naming the lines, it's easier. If you want to locate a certain bug, you're gonna, let's say you are working a company and say, can you check lines through 1 through 10, for example. It's easier to locate the scripts. That's why we have lines. Okay. Okay, let's check. So finish. Continue. So as for the pan, I think it's just adding 1 rotation, right? And then for this one, we just add X and Y pattern. And then it should make it go diagonally. You just need, okay, let's do this one. The A is easy, you can do it. So for debugging, and then it says debugging. It's been done, it's just a little mistake we need to fix. So debugging is fun. Now take a look at the value in the watcher. Here, watcher. Add the watcher for the Y property. Okay, we need to add a watcher for Y property. So look, cycle.x, cycle.y. We just, how do we add it? Cycle dot y. We just add it. Okay, run the program. So you see y is increasing, meaning it's going that way. Oh, it's going like that way, down right. So what do we need to fix here? We need to make it go up. Since my item is moving up like this, what should be changed here, guys? Who's gonna tell me? So right now, my item is going, look, follow my mouse. It's going down diagonally to the right, but I want to make it up diagonally to the right. So we need to make it minus the y, right? Because x is already going to the right, but the y one has to be the opposite. So when it moves down, we increase the number, plus. But if we move up, we need to decrease it, make numbers smaller, approaching the upper line. So what we're gonna do is we'll show the text and change this to y minus, and should do it. There. So it's called debugging. So we can conclude it today. Just you need to do 1 through 6 for today, and then this next 2 we're gonna work on tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much.